This is The Download from Sounds Profitable, your daily source for the essential news of the business of podcasting, brought to you by Spreaker from iHeart. I'm Gavin Gaddis. Here's what you need to know for today, Monday, August 5th. First up, what advertisers need to know about the kids' privacy bills passing the Senate. The U.S. Senate passed two bills last week proposing to make the internet safer for children's privacy. COPPA 2.0, that's the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, aims to effectively ban targeted advertising and collection of information about anyone under the age of 17, while also empowering parents to delete information already collected. Contextual advertising would still be permitted. Its controversial counterpart is KOSA, the Kids Online Safety Act. KOSA has become a controversial bill due to broad definitions of harm, allowing for censorship of any topic that state lawmakers or lawyers could label harmful to children, such as LGBTQIA-focused sites. Since Ryan Barwick's original article was published, the current iteration of KOSA has become a dead bill, leaving just COPPA to move forward. Next up, who'd want to watch a podcast anyway? Washington Post media critic Eric Wemple, who normally focuses on the cable news side of entertainment, writes on the growth of video podcasting in recent years, comparing and contrasting it to the first time Don Imus's WFAN radio show was videotaped for C-SPAN. While it's nice to see podcasting discussed in a larger publication like Washington Post just in general, it's worth noting that this op-ed hinges on interviews and research data from names like YouTube, Cumulus Media /Westwood One, and Signal Hill Insights. Another example of what happens when podcasting puts in the work to show what works, why it works, and make it accessible even for those without a specific background in the industry. Finally, the headlines to be released on podcast platforms. The New York Times Podcasts announced that their companion show to The Daily, known as The Headlines, will no longer be exclusive to NYT Audio, releasing it across all podcast platforms as of August 1st. After rising to the most popular show in NYT Audio less than a year after its launch, The Headlines collects, aptly enough, news headlines across the globe with bite-sized contextualizations, which sounds a little similar to something I can't quite put my finger on right now. After a boom of app and network-exclusive shows, podcasting continues to see an increase in open access listening, with more shows becoming available for everyone. As for the rest of the news, here's our own headlines. Paramount is blending two CBS juggernauts into a podcast with 48 Hours NCIS, in which 48 Hours journalists cover true stories from real-world NCIS cases. Paramount announces that over 40,000 podcasters earned about $350 million USD in 2023. The Podcast Business Journal interviewed Harry Morton of Lower Street about the acquisition of Pacific Content. Unsolved Mysteries makes the jump to podcasting with a new show produced by Cadence 13. And Yahoo DSP became one of the first partners to offer Disney podcast inventory programmatically. Be sure to check out the links to every article mentioned right in your podcast listening app or at soundsprofitable.com, where you can also subscribe to the newsletter version. The Download is written and produced by Newton Shuttlecotty, myself, Ryan Barletta, and Tom Webster. This episode is hosted on Spreaker. For Sounds Profitable, I'm Gavin Gaddis. Download us again tomorrow.